Hey, football fans, Duncan here. NFL Championship Sunday. Let's talk about game plan for each team. But first, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment in the box below, and hit that bell for notifications. So let's talk about game plan for each of the remaining four teams. First, let's start with the Jags. Okay, defensively, I believe the Jags are going to have to rush 4. Okay, they can't afford to rush many more. They can't afford to rush any more than that very often. And here's what I mean. So they take their 4 up front, they bull rush them straight ahead, which means Brady is. I mean, these are solid front 4, which are going to get pressure on Brady. The Jags have the ability to do this. Brady's not going to be comfortable in that pocket. Okay, next, as soon as Brady identifies a solid pass rush, he's going to try to shoot that ball out quick. That's what he's known for, a quick release. And his favorite target is Gronk. So here's what you do. First thing you do is you hit him off the line with a linebacker, and then you hit him a second time with a tight end. Now Gronk has been jammed twice off the line of scrimmage. The timing's completely off. You have a strong safety. So you have a strong safety and a linebacker that bumps Gronk off the line. Okay, so now the safety comes in. Now you're talking about Gronk's in coverage against a safety and a linebacker. But the linebacker may occasionally blitz after contacting Gronk. So imagine Brady hikes the ball. He sees the front 4 of Jacksonville coming in quick. He's looking immediately over to Gronk, who gets jammed off the line by a linebacker, who then comes in untouched at Brady. Now he follows Gronk, who again gets jammed by a strong safety. Now Gronk's in coverage with a strong safety, but the timing's off. Brady's under complete duress, and he has to think whether he wants to force that to Gronk or whether he wants to try to find another target. This is a quick decision, and it can throw, these little intricacies can throw New England off their game plan quick. Now on the offensive side of the ball, the Jags are going to have to hit play action quick. Okay, they're going to have to utilize this right out of the bat. New England's expecting a big game from Fournette. New England's expecting Jacksonville to try to push that ball down their throat. So what Jacksonville needs to do is come out there and catch them on their heels right off the bat. Play action, deep pass. You make sure Bortles knows that you don't underthrow anything. You make your receivers run to those deep throws. Okay, so even if it's an incomplete pass, it's not intercepted, and you've made the defense at least back off the running game a little bit. They now know you're willing to take shots. This can open up a lot for that defense, or for that Jacksonville offense. Now let's talk about New England. The first thing New England's going to have to do is crowd that line of scrimmage. Okay, this means control the running game, attack Fournette, and not allow short, easy passes. Okay, if New England can keep that box secure and can press that box and get pressure on Bortles, the Jags are in for a long day on the offensive side of the ball. Now, New England has the talent to get after Bortles on the line. New England has the speed at linebackers to hit those running backs in the flat. So, with that being said, New England's just going to have to trust their corners in coverage. Play the box, trust your corners. On the offensive side of the ball, New England needs to establish their wide receivers quick. I would immediately attack those corners, starting with Jalen Ramsey. Okay, this guy's talking. He's talked a lot. He wants everybody to show that he's the man. So, first thing I do is I come out and I attack him. I throw right at him, and I throw right at my receivers quick and often. I make that defense frustrated, and I make them adjust to my offense. If you can establish the receivers, Tom Brady, with his quick release, that's going to open up the rest of the offense quite easily. That's going to force Jacksonville off the line of scrimmage. And New England needs to just remember that Jacksonville is going to try to keep a low-scoring game. Jacksonville cannot play a shootout with New England. So if New England is just patient and they take their quick shots to the receivers and they run that defense, open up that defense a little bit, they're going to outgun Jacksonville. There's no doubt about that. Okay, and that's the key for New England. My personal pick, I have New England winning this game. I think Tom Brady comes out throwing to his receivers quick. I think that Jacksonville defense has to, let up a little bit in order to stop Brady's passing, which is going to open up the parts of the game that Jacksonville has been really good at stopping. But they're going to have to adjust, which is going to throw them off their game. New England's been here. They've done this many times. Jacksonville, a lot of their players are young. They're in the moment. So that to me is the real definition. I have Jacksonville 34, I have New England 34, Jacksonville 20. Now let's go to the NFC. I have the NFC game as a snore fest, unless you love defenses. If you like defenses, this game is going to be a slugfest. Two defenses going head-to-head. I don't expect a lot of offense. I expect a lot of tackles, a lot of sacks. I don't expect a lot of anything. I don't see the ball moving a lot. I think most of the points will come off of turnovers. To me, the crowd is a big advantage here. You're playing in the weather against a very hostile crowd that smells one game away from the Super Bowl. However, so does Minnesota. And Minnesota is a little bit better of a team. I believe Minnesota can exploit the secondary of Philadelphia as long as they can somehow protect the quarterback. If they can protect Keenum can get the ball to the receivers. Minnesota has a very solid receiving core. So, to me, that's the real big advantage there. I don't really see much here, so let me go by what each team has to do. So, starting with the Vikings. On defense, it's simple. Just continue doing what you've been doing all year. Attack, control, and dictate. That's what you've been doing. Your defense is the best in the league. It's an amazing defense. You're a top-notch team. Just do what you've been doing all year. Simple. Offensively, like I said, play action and attack and utilize your receivers. I don't think Philadelphia's secondary can keep up with Minnesota's receivers. So to me, you play action to get Philadelphia slowed down at the line of scrimmage to take some of the pressure off of your quarterback, and you simply just gun it deep, and you gun it often, and attack that secondary. I believe that's the best way to beat Philadelphia, at least if you're Minnesota. Now, if you're Philadelphia, I'm going to say the same thing for defense. Just do what you've done all year. You're a solid defense. You know how to get after the quarterback. You know how to attack. Minnesota's not a really great offense. So, technically, Philadelphia, you should be able to somewhat control Minnesota. I see this as, like I said, a complete slugfest. I'm going to say 17-13 Minnesota. Just because I think Minnesota has the ability to toss one good or two good passes to get down the field, to get a field goal or two to win a game. And that's my picks. So I got Minnesota versus New England in the Super Bowl. And it's a home game for Minnesota. And I'll save that pick for when it happens. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel. Like my videos, comment in the box below, and hit the bell for notifications. Thank you. Duncan, out.